So 2020-2021 Europa League draw has taken place and we now know who is in which group. But which of the teams will make it through to the knockout stages? In this video, we're going to take a look at my early door predicoroonies for Group C. Show today, we take a look at the early door predictions coming at you out the Europa League, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Europa League related, world football related. We're going to all hear under one Roski. That's right. In these next few videos, over the next few days, we'll take a look at each and every one of the groups at the 2020-2021 Europa League. But before, again, we jump into the deep end, a big shout out to the Patreon gang. That's right. You know who you are. The VIP exclusive gang. And recently, we've just got ourselves up to 19 patrons. So a big shout out to Michael Cotton, who did join the gang just the other day. And also a big shout out to the Mexican Sniper. You know who you are. The VIP exclusive gang. He did up his pledge quite recently. So a big shout out to him. And of course, the fantastic brothers from another mother out in the old Patreon gang. So do appreciate the support that you're doing. If anyone else is out there that wants to join the VIP gang, get in stock in the old description down below. There is a link, patreon.com/roverseas, and everything else is down there. My Twitter, my Facebook, and of course, details for the Patreon. But anyway, we're going to jump into the deep end now. So here we go, folks. Let's get into it. Take a look at, of course, Group C, the clubs that will make up this group. Coming at you, here they come. Starting in the top left-hand corner, who do we have? It's coming at you. It's Slavia Praha, that's right, coming out of the Czech Republic these days. Of course, they finished first out in the Czech First League, top flight, managed by Jidrin Trpovsky, of course. They do play the football usually on the Sanobo Stadium, which holds around about 20,000, give or take. But they'll be there, they'll be competing. Of course, they've been around since 1892, that's right, and joining them in this group will be Nice, which is also very nice, coming out of League 1, of course, finishing 5th last time around, managed by, of course, Patrick Vieira. These days, they do play their football at the Alianza Riviera, in front of 36,000 usually, give or take. And, of course, alongside them, this time will be Bayer Leverkusen, coming out of the Bundesliga this time. They come 5th last time around, managed by Peter Bosch these days. They do play their football at the Bay Arena, which holds 30,810 on a good day. Of course, not the COVID era, of course. And wrapping up, it was Hapoel Sheva, coming out of Israel. They finished 4th out in the top flight out in Israel, managed by Yossi Abkanakisius. They play the football at the Tele Stadium out in Jerusalem, which is a temporary sort of venue for the time being. Usually, 34,000 can fit in that venue. Quick look at the odds for this group. It is Group C. The odds are expected to go in favour of Bayer Leverkusen, 13-8. Red hot favourites for this group. Nice, which is very nice. They are second favourites, 2-1. Slavia Prague third favourites, 7-1. And Hapoel Sheva 4-1. Not 4-1, fourth favourites, 22-1. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Let's get into it then. Take a look at the matches. Do those pickaroonies for group winners match what I think out in the group? We're going to kick it all off on the 22nd of October, and it'll be Bayer Leverkusen up against Nice, which will be very nice over in Germany. I do expect Leverkusen to come out on top. Opening day victory for them with a 2-1 win. I do expect a lot of nerves on the first game, but ultimately I think Leverkusen quality will rise above it over Nice. Meanwhile, Hapoel Sheva over in Israel taking on Slavia Prague. Must-win game this one, I think, for them. If they're going to get anywhere near it, I don't think they're going to do it, though. I think it's going to be a 0-0 draw, which will favour Slavia Prague. Into the second match day on the 29th of October, Slavia Prague will host Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, so far so good for Slavia Prague, unbeaten. So far so good for Bayer Leverkusen. But actually, you'll probably go in favour again for Slavia Prague to make it a back-to-back unbeaten start for them as they take a point from Leverkusen. Leverkusen drop points here. Chance for maybe Sheva or Nice to get themselves back into it with a win. Those two will lock horns on the same match day, and then Nice will also get their first victory on the board to get themselves right back into the contention, of course, to get through to the knockout stages. Into match day number 3, the halfway mark already on the 5th of November. Over in Israel. So far so good at home for Sheva. Bayer Leverkusen unbeaten as it stands heading into match day 3. They'll continue their unbeaten run with another victory to make it, 2 wins and a draw so far in the first 3 games. Pretty much put themselves 1 foot into the next round already. Joining them, Slavia Prague against Nice. Again, Nice got themselves their first victory over Sheva last time around. Slavia Prague, so far so good. Back-to-back draws for them, unbeaten start. They'll continue with that with a 3rd draw on the spin, boys and girls, to make it a continued unbeaten start for them. Nice also keeping themselves in contention with their 4th point, have a possible 6th. And again, probably into 2nd spot as it stands. Over the halfway mark in the 26th of November, Bayer Leverkusen will take on Hapoel Sheva over in Germany, and do expect a third win for Leverkusen in the group stages. Third win out of 4, beating Sheva, probably eliminating Sheva in the process so far. Not great for them, just picking up a draw so far. Out of their first 4 games. Meanwhile, Nice against Slavia Prague. Big game this one for both of these two clubs to see if they're going to get themselves and the runners-up spot as it stands. I do expect Nice to come out top at home over Slavia Prague with a 2-0 win. Of course, those two did lock horns prior to the reverse, the halfway mark, and it ended up as a draw. But this time, Nice to take the 3 points and again move closer as well to get themselves through over the line. Next up, big game though, this one. Maybe even to win the group possibly for Nice over against Leverkusen over in the south of France. It'll be taking place on the 3rd of December, and I do expect a tough one, a tight one. Where the heck are we? I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, that's right, which will maintain an unbeaten start for Bayer Leverkusen. They will continue this campaign. So far, so good for them. Nice also edging closer to getting over the line. Slavia Prague, if they were to be victorious over Hapoel Sheva, they'll give themselves a bit of a shout to get themselves through to the knockout stages themselves, and I do expect them to beat Hapoel Sheva over in the Czech Republic on the same match day, match day number 5, out in Group C. But what will happen in the final match day? I think Leverkusen are there, but will Slavia Prague be there? Can they upset the odds and get themselves a point? I don't think so. Leverkusen to make it an unbeaten group phase campaign for them with a 3-1 win over Slavia Prague on the 10th of December. And wrapping it up, must-win game for Nice. I think if they're going to make sure of it, Hapoel Sheva will lose at home to Nice. It'll be all on the line. Patrick Vieira will get the job done, and I think that will get them over the line into the next round, of course. Let's take a look at it then. Hapoel Sheva, just the 1 point out in Israel. The rest, 5 defeats for them. But I think they're just enjoying to be part of the conversation. Meanwhile, into third spot will be Slavia Prague, picking up 1 win and 3 draws, but ultimately 6 points is not going to be good enough, as Nice will go through with 11 points. Goodness gracious me, 3 wins, 2 draws and a defeat. And of course, top of the pops will be Bayer Leverkusen, 14 points, 3 points clear of their nearest and dearest, which will be Nice. We already took a look at the odds, of course, for the groups, but let's take a little look at the odds for the winners. Of course, heading into this, Bayer Leverkusen actually the favourites out of this bunch of boys, 20-1 to lift the trophy at the end of it. And again, don't really put any money on it. If you're a gambling man, I think wait out. You could get good odds on betting right here right now, but you're expecting to see some Champions League teams tumble through into this stage. Next up, of course, Nice. I'm sure they're going to be in there. They're 80-1 for the trophy itself. Meanwhile, who else do we have? Hapoel Sheva, 750-1. Slavia Prague or Slaven Prague. Where are they? They're actually up at 66-1 alongside their fellow Czech team, Sparta Prague. But that, my friends, is what I think will happen out in Group C. So that's it, my friends. That's what I expect to happen out in the Europa League in this group. Do you agree or disagree? Please sure to get your own predictions right in the comment section down below. We'll take a little look at them, of course. Once the qualifying campaign comes to a halt, we'll revisit all of these. We'll take a look at what you thought, take a look at what I thought, see who came out on top. Of course, be sure to give the video some love and smash that thumbs up, and of course, smash your subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. Bang the old little bell as well, as we try to keep up to date with all things Europa League related, boys and girls. We're going to cover it extensively, of course, match day by match day predictions when they come around, and also be sure to check out the old description links to my other social media platforms are in there, Twitter, Facebook, and of course Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. That's the place to do it. There's also a link down on the bottom of the screen there. Till then though, be sure to give the video some loving. Stay safe out there. Looking forward to the Europa League. Hopefully you guys are too. Until then though, stay safe. See you soon. Until then, I'm out.